All right, time for the tear down. Get these tires off. Oh, oh, look at that, lopsidey. Get over there. This one off, it'll be okay. Don't have that other wheel, like on your four-wheelers, to level this thing out. Get off there. Good God, get out of there. That's annoying. Got my boy in here. Got my boy in here helping me today on the camera. He's a good guy. Don't use the zoom button, okay? Yeah, you're doing the right thing by walking in and out. There you go. Just got some, a lot of playing that there. I'm just gonna pop most of this apart right on here. This is all pretty much worn out. What's that? Get that circlip off of here. Throw that in there. All right. Get that out of there. Oh, you just need to tighten up some bolts on there. And this, oh yeah. Let me see if I can't use this rear sprocket. Chain. All right. These rear tires are good. Not going to be able to use them though, buddy.
Why, Dad?
Too small. I can pop this one off now. Now, the one thing I'm trying to do is figure out how I'm going to get my brake components and everything onto the rear hub that I'm going to make. Or I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Some people use the hubs off the front wheel of an older Big Red. Not sure if I want to do that yet. Stay there, Cal's good. Brake's good. Rotor's good. Ooh, a little bit of play in there. Know what you're doing, okay? Right on. There you go. I'm going to take this whole swing arm off. I don't really know. I'll put this back in here. Let's go lose it. I don't really know what I'm going to do. Well, I think I have a pretty good idea. I've got another one of these swing arms. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to make a jack shaft welded on. And I'm just going to widen it out here with a couple of Ys, kind of like a wishbone. Probably do that. See how that works out. Come back over here, Cal. Let me see. This is the 200X, so it's got the remote reservoir. The suspension here. Do that as well. Get out of there. Oops. Where did I go? Over here. Over here, bud. This big bolt right here. could use a pair of ice grips. That's coming. There we go.
There you go. You can put the suspension now, right?
Yep.
The next time.
Hey. Okay, watch your foot there. It's all dirty.
We've got the suspension on.
Okay, so this is where I'm at with this 3-wheeler, 2-wheeler project of mine. I've made myself 2 little hubs. I went to a metal supplier in town, and this is actually a solid round stock that they just basically sliced off for me. I took a hole saw, cut out the hole in the middle of both of these. One is for the sprocket, the main sprocket. The other is going to be for the brake disc to go on to. I've got a bunch of cool parts at Princess Auto. Got these little keywayed, I don't know what you'd call these. Actually, you know, you can buy these there. They mount a sprocket to them. You weld it around. It's good for farm implements and whatnot. But for what I'm doing, the chain pitch is a little bit different. So I needed to keep with the stock stuff. That's why I made those little hubs or those little flanges to weld to this 1.75 or 1 3/4 inch tubing. See what's going to happen here. I really do need a lathe. I'd like to be able to turn this down, but I can't. So that's going to be welded in through here. You can see that's keyed. See that? And I've got this big long keyed shaft. I'm just going to measure up this pipe now, and then I'm going to cut it out. I need to know how far on either side of the tire it's going to go. Then I'm going to use these little pillow bearings to mount onto my arms. It's going to be pretty easy to do. I mean, the most lengthy part of this whole process was probably cutting those holes in that, in those little flanges there. This is the rear swing arm. It's pretty worn out. I have another one, so I just cut this one up. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here a little later on, but I'm going to run basically a piece of this stuff right here, right across it. Then I'm going to make kind of like a big giant wishbone. It's going to hold this big old fatty tire. This tire's no good, but ATV Tires Canada is going to supply a couple of cool tires. But right now I just want to weld up these flanges on this shaft. Well, yeah, and as you can see, I used the metal cutoff saw or the metal bandsaw. I cut off this old hub off a front wheel assembly from an ATC, a big red. So I cut that off. Oh, look at this. All I have to do is just weld that on to where I need it. That's going to be first. There we go, tacked on, looks good. Now I'm going to put my flanges on. And last will be, of course, to cut this where I need to. I bought an extra length so I can do another one of these. Got a cool project coming up. And let's just size all this stuff up. All right.